do all that work to get the bike ready, and it is raining outside and the trails are closed, and it's only 45 degrees. So it's going to be an inside ride today, but doesn't mean I can't show you how to make a great cup of coffee in my travel setup. Product placement. Well, good morning. There will be no riding the trails this morning because waking up there were massive storms, all of that, so no riding the trails. So instead what I'm going to do is get you to join me for a nice cup of coffee. I'm going to go through my travel coffee kit and the beans and making a dang good cup of coffee. So come with me on this setup. You can already see the first thing you're going to need is a hot water source. So I have a travel kettle that I got off of Amazon. It also works with my Goal Zero solar setup on my truck. So this, as far as the wattage, all of that, keep in mind if you are using solar like I am, you will need to know the draw that your kettle is going to have to pull from your battery so you don't trip the circuit breakers. I have my travel grinder and what every coffee snob needs, the Aeropress Go, a amazing kit that comes with not only your Aeropress, but the container is also your cup and switchblade. So, what are the principles of a good cup of coffee? Well, one, you're going to need beans, ideally fresh ground. I travel with this travel grinder. There are multiple different options. Vessel makes a really, really good one. I like this one because of the fact that I can store beans in it, where Vessel is a single serving one, but grinds the beans much, much better. My Aeropress. And the filters. Anytime you're making coffee, it is a combination of heat, pressure, and time. To get a stronger flavor, to get more caffeine, you're going to use those elements of heat, pressure, and time, because the pressure will extract caffeine and flavor. The time, like a cold brew, will also allow for more flavor and way more caffeine because of that contact time with the beans. And then, whatever beans you choose, the beans I am using are actually from the Coffee Ride Coffee Roasters. Awesome people, good vibes, really, really dig them. So let me get on the grinder here. I've used 40 grams of beans approximately. The reason I love the Aeropress so much is just the story of it. An engineer wanted good coffee instead of the normal drip, so he made his own mini espresso machine. So I've ground up my 40 grams of coffee. I'm going to put it in the Aeropress. I'm going to shake it up so they're nice and even, so when I do the initial pour, it is getting even distribution of the hot water over the beans themselves. It looks like our water is almost at temperature, so it's at 185 degrees right now. Aeropress or other people recommend about 200 degrees as far as the water temperature for your coffee. With this thermometer, I don't know how accurate it is, but I go until it's roughly just before that boil, so that way I get nice consistency as far as the grounds, the saturation, all of that. My joke is the coffee is the one thing that you can control in your day before it all goes to garbage. So this is my morning tradition that I'm happy to share with you as far as going and having a good cup of coffee. We only have 5 degrees left, so what I'm going to do is show you the pour over, go through, press it down. Whether you're using an Aeropress, travel, um, pour over kits that some people make, all of that. Just as long as it's your way of making it, that you enjoy it. I'm not going to be a coffee snob other than drinking it and enjoying it, compared to, you hipsters who ruin everything as far as you need exactly 400 grams of coffee. That's a lot of coffee. Stirred in a figure eight pattern for this long, all of that. The guy who created this was an engineer, and he wanted to make it simple. That's it. Right? Simple, quick, easy. Don't overthink it. Don't ruin it. Whatever you do with your coffee, whether you like it black like me and a pure, experience, versus, adding whatever cream, sugar, they're your taste buds. I'm not gonna judge. So we just hit 202 degrees. I'm gonna unplug my thermostat, do a slightly high pour to start stirring and making a turbulent flow. Now we got that hot water poured right over it. We're gonna give it a nice stir. 20 seconds, all you really need, depending on how jacked up on caffeine you want to be. Because keep in mind, heat, pressure, and time for extraction. If you add too much heat, you can burn off the caffeine, all of that. So, nice, rich, thick, creamy head. Delicious. I'm gonna top it off with just a little bit more water. Now's the fun part. Right, here we go. This is where the pressure comes in. So, just like espresso, we're using pressure to extract flavor, caffeine from those beans that we just ground. Also how compact it is, so I really enjoy this as a coffee making method. I used to do drips a lot more as far as like a pour over, but this really turned me into just kind of a coffee snob as far as my style. So you can hear all of that extraction pushing the last of the air through. Ooh. So now we have a hot, fresh cup of coffee, and then after I chug this and have some food, we're gonna go about the indoor training day. So thanks for joining me for this cup of coffee. I hope yours is equally as good.